Good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday. Happy Thankful Thursday. It's your girl, Nashonda Larimore, here with Transplant Talk with Nashonda, sponsored by Save 1000 Lives. Hey, everybody. Hope everyone is having a great day. You're having a thankful Thursday. I know I'm thankful. Y'all know what I'm thankful for? I'm on summer break. Okay? I don't return to work until August. It's okay. Y'all could be jealous. Y'all could be jealous, but y'all know from August till June, y'all be mad at us. But right now, I'm real happy. I am real happy. So, guys, I am really, really hey, my VIP Shantae, how you doing? I am really excited about my guest today. All right. I really have to get me a map. And so I could just kind of pinpoint and target all the different states and cities that I get to travel to virtually until I am able to travel there physically. So, I know I have to go out to where am I going? Got to go to Omaha. I have to go to Seattle. I have to head over to San Diego. So there's a lot of people I have to, go and visit. Of course, I got to go to the MI, cricket letter I, and to Atlanta because I love those people in Atlanta. So if it's out of the state of Florida, I have got to come see you. So me and Miss Murray have some work to do, and then Sandria, Tony, and we have some work to do as well. So again, I'm so happy to see everybody here. Y'all see me? You see me, y'all? I'm trying to get my Tamara Hall on here. I don't know if y'all can see all of me, but I'm trying to just back up from the camera a little bit. And I don't know, y'all. I'm just kind of happy today. Yes, Adrian, I know it, honey. I know it. So today, just in case there's anybody like my guest last week that want to convert to becoming an organ donor, please, please, please go to Donate Like Florida or register me. If you would like to become an organ donor, you have the opportunity to come right here, put your name and information in. How did you hear about us? Other, and then specify, save 1,000 lives. Or if you want to go to registerme.org. Thank Thank you. If you want to go to register me, you can also register there as well. So everybody, please, 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 y'all know what y'all got to do. You have to run down. Where is everybody from? Where is everybody from today? Who's representing who and where? So where are you from? And I'm waiting for my parents, so they need to come on here so I can see what they're doing. And please, if you have any questions, for tonight's guest, please feel free to do it. This is this is special and unusual because I don't always have guests that suffer with it as a child. I only remember having one other guest, and that was Shekinah Glory. That's what I call her, Shekinah Butler, about being able to talk about their journey as a child. So I am really excited to have this guest. Let me tell you, I've been waiting a little while to have Mr. Tay on my show. I've been waiting a little while. I finally got it. I got the golden ticket to have him on my show. His name is Artavius Veasey or VZ. VZ. I think I got it right. VZ with the Z. All right, the teacher kicking in. So I want to make sure that we are able to have a great talk today. He actually, I want him to tell you all, but he started at very young, just becoming a teenager and then being told this life changing, because it has to be life changing. Most people experience it, a lot later, but at 13, can you imagine someone telling you at 13 that you are in kidney failure? So we are going to investigate. We're going to find out how he was able to do all of this. And I promise you, when you see this gentleman, you won't even believe how old he is because I think he's a Benjamin Button, right? I think he's a little Benjamin Button because I think his age just kind of subtracted. So with that being said, I am ready to bring him on. Listen, he has such a big personality. I'm loving it. He kind of matching me today. We kind of got color coordinated and didn't even know it, right? So, without any further ado, wait a minute, I gotta make sure I turn off this Facebook. All right. Without any further ado, y'all make sure y'all log into my YouTube channel, okay? Because I have over 211 now. So please go to my YouTube channel. Everyone become part of the YouTube channel. It is right here. Right here. Please go there. And then you can also go to my website. So y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because I'm ready. Okay? Let's bring on Mr. Tate. Y'all know where he from? I'm gonna bring him on. This is Mr. Tate. All right.
Hey.
And we are coming live he's coming live from Tennessee.
Oh,
Because he's
yes.
the only 10 I see right now.
Yes.
Hey, y'all see him? I thought that was one of the cutest little jokes somebody told me. I said, baby, I'm from Miami. He was like, but you look like you from Tennessee. Because you the only 10 I see. So I'm gonna take that. What y'all think? What y'all think?
I love
All
it.
right.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. So, ARTavius, hey, how are
Hey,
you?
I am
Busy.
great. So
You
excited to finally be here with you.
listen. You get booked, honey. You
Baby,
get booked.
booked and busy is an
Yeah.
understatement. And I promise I'm not trying to toot my horn at all.
Okay. But I mean, y'all, I want to say from Sunday to up to last night, you were interviewed. And tonight, the Lord bless me for him to be on here. So
Yes.
are we good? Won't he do it?
Yes, he
Yes,
will. All
yes,
right.
he will. Won't he do it? Okay, so I am finally ready. All right, like the interview. It was delayed but not denied, and this is the right time
Right.
for us to be able to have a little chat with each other, right?
Hmm.
So, yes, sir. Come on, Tay. Tell the people. First of all, you got to tell them everything that you are because when this baby sent me his bio, I was like, yes. Like, look, it
I
was a
do a
dissertation. He is,
lot.
when I tell you he is booked and busy, but he's doing great work for the community um, inside of this world of organ donation. He is making his mark. He is making his mark. So let me applaud you for
Thank
all of the great work that you are doing to help, to inspire, just being that coach, a mentor for other possible, young people that will endure,
you.
walk the same mile or journey that you walk. That is very commendable because you could have shut down and turned away and said, I ain't doing nothing.
I was
But
that
God,
person until God was like,
mm,
not you, player, not you.
mm,
We need you to do
not you.
something.
Okay, well, tell our guest, tell you is.
Like, who do we have enough time for that?
Now, we gonna make time
I'm
though.
gonna
We
give
gonna
you
make
I'm
time.
gonna give you the fast version. Well,
Okay.
so I'm an entrepreneur, author, actor, and mentor. So when entrepreneur, to break down that, I am it's so much stuff. I have my own magazine, arts magazine, which is called Artist Feature. I have my newest issue here. Those Artist Feature magazine, which I design and interview everybody myself. There's no team. I do it all.
Come on.
And of course, I'm an author. My book, Becoming a Living Testimony, where I share my personal journey and experience through kidney disease and how I believe kidney disease blessed my life.
Mm.
Because a lot of people always say how it's such a hindrance and all of that. No, it blessed my life because if I wasn't blessed with kidney disease, I wouldn't have all of these opportunities to talk with you and everybody else and to share my story, to not inspire you, but to empower you to step into your truth. Okay.
Or you gonna
What else
say it
I
like
do?
that?
Look,
You just
I'm
gonna
just
say it like that.
I'm a
Okay.
look now.
Okay.
Let me give you a disclaimer right now.
Okay.
I have to do this for people. My advice or my quote unquote coaching comes off a bit blunt. But
It's okay.
trust me,
Hmm.
it's all out of love because
Right.
I've been in a place where people would try to give me excuses like, oh, well, you went through this, so it's okay if you don't do this. It's okay. No, there's no excuse for nothing.
Mm.
You, if you want it, you got to go get it by any means. Okay.
Come, come.
So, outside of the magazine and the book, I have a podcast as well, which is called Becoming a Living Testimony. On the podcast, it's not much of about my kidney journey. It's basically me mentoring people to become a better version of themselves.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you some personal journeys of what I went through, the good, bad, and the ugly. I'm not always polished. I go through stuff, and I want to take people along the ride to show that I too go through things, or I too struggle, or I'm in my closet meditating, or I'm having a bad day. Look, I'm gonna be real with you.
Okay.
Because life don't
Okay.
sugarcoat nothing, so I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. So that's kind of the environment how I am with the podcast.
Mm.
Other than that, I think that's about it. Other than the
Now,
mentoring and all of that stuff.
well, he's being so modest because he didn't even mention. Okay, a lot of people don't know about the transplant games. You just not gonna
Yeah.
overlook the
See, I
fact that
thought we
you
was gonna get into that throughout the conversation. I
uh,
didn't.
you better say you the gold medalist, silver medalist, bronze
Yes.
medalist. Come on now,
Yeah,
come
well,
on.
I've been to the Transplant Games of America, which for those who
Okay,
don't know, the Transplant Games of America is literally like the Olympics for transplanted patients.
okay,
And I've been blessed to go twice, 2018 and 2016. Of course,
okay.
COVID shut down 2020. So they're doing it
Yeah.
this year, 2021, but it's virtual, and I didn't want to do that one. So I'll be in the one next year in San Diego. But here is the gold. And so I got a gold medal in long jump. I jumped 15 and a half feet. So I have long legs. So I'm
Okay.
5'9", but I have long legs. I'm all legs.
Okay.
So I
Holy.
have the silver, which I won the gold and silver from the 2018 games. And I got the silver in the 4x100 relay. And basically what that is four people, each of us run 100 meters. So I was at
Right.
the end of the race. I'm like, look, if you can just get it to me, I'm gonna bring it home, baby. I
Oh,
got it.
you the anchor? Were you the anchor?
Oh yes. Oh
Ah,
yes. Oh yes. So I run. I'm
okay.
a runner.
Okay.
And I got the bronze from the
Well,
2016 games,
come
and this was the 400-meter dash. So those are those medals, and it. When I tell you they messed up when they gave me a gold medal. Now you know what's black folk. To
on. Did
to
you
be
sleep
able
in it?
to say you a gold medalist athlete, you didn't think baby, I was walking through the airport on the
Okay.
way back with them on. I had my shades. I was like, I'm here.
Okay.
Gold medalist coming through. Child.
Love it. Love it. Listen. Listen.
Yeah.
So, what is the youngest and the oldest that someone can be in the games? I am familiar with it. I know there's a team here in Florida.
Uh-huh.
Um, but what's the age range?
Now that I don't know exactly because when I first did it in the 2016 games, I was 26.
Okay.
So but they do have some for like little children. Like I've seen some like 10 and
Oh,
below. So I'm guessing it depends on when did the person have their transplant? Because they go from
okay.
from small children all the way up to like seniors. I've seen a lady who was like in her 70s. So I was
Okay.
like, okay, so they giving it for all of us, and I love
So kids from 1 to 92.
that.
Okay. Okay.
Come on, 1 to 92. I like that.
Come. I was thinking Christmas. I don't know. That's Stevie Wonder. I love his song. So
Yes,
that's the one thing that everyone is saying congratulations.
thank you,
And
thank
it
you.
is it held every year?
It's bi-yearly.
Okay, so every two
Yeah, every
years.
2 years. So due
Okay,
to
so
Corona taking away 2020, they kind
okay,
of catching up. So they're gonna do 21, 20, and 22, and they probably do 23 to
okay.
kind of catch up.
Okay, Adrian. Now you get ready. You get ready. I think if anyone has ever, if you haven't thought about it, then here's your opportunity to kind of think about it and get in shape. And listen, you've been given a second chance at life. Go out there and run that hundred.
Hello,
Go on
give
and
me
run
your
100
story.
yards and do what you got to do.
100 meters, not y'all.
Huh?
100 meters.
Oh, not 100 meters, not 100 yards.
Yards, baby, no meters.
Okay. Run 100. Listen, I might be able to do that 100 meters. Adrian, I don't
Right,
know which one you're going to do, sis, but I guess you can do 100 meters. I
right.
guess, sis. I don't know. Mr. Sawyer, I think you could do that too. Come on, Tamara. Come on,
Yeah, it's a
Tamara.
lot.
I
They
need
have
you
a
to,
whole bunch
you
of
and
different.
Shantae.
Yeah,
Shantae Bird, get on out there and y'all get ready. And all the other men of transplant talking ladies, y'all get ready because I would just love to go to see
yes.
y'all do y'all thing. I
It's
would just
the
love to see
whole
that.
experience. Like the thing I like about it the most, even though for those who are competing, we go in the mindset of I'm coming home with a medal. But the whole thing about the games is to spread awareness about organ transplantation and donors. So to
Okay.
really advocate that, to show that people getting their second chance at life to really be able to do what they want to do. Because for me,
Right.
I didn't get to, excuse me, I didn't get to run track in high school. My mother, she ran track, and both my
Okay.
parents was athletes. So
Okay.
I didn't get to do that because of kidney disease. So my mom ran
Okay.
track, and my dad was a baseball player. So we got
Okay.
legs.
Okay. We gonna talk about them in a minute. And Mr. Ray wanted to know, how do you sign up? Let's make sure we get that
Right. So
we'll get the information
I want to say
to him.
transplant.
I know
Uh,
it's a whole
probably
it's a website
right.
that that you could go to.
Maybe transplant games. Try.
Yeah.
I would say Google transplant games of America.
Right. We'll work
That would
on
be
it.
the best.
Yeah. I'll call you after. We'll work on it. We'll work on it.
Right.
We'll just try to get these other men and they say through his state. So we'll get it. We'll
Mhm.
get my transplant talk me and we gonna get them together.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Come on
they're
out there with me.
okay. So they all throwing it at us. Transplant Games of America. Come
Uh-huh.
on, TY. Come on. We gotta get these ladies there so y'all could do y'all thing. I just want to be there. I don't want to be
Right.
a fly on the
Let,
wall. I want to
right.
be there.
Yeah. Let
Okay.
me know when you get there. We'll meet up. We'll talk, take some pictures and stuff. We'll make
Yeah.
it fun.
See, I've never had an athlete from the game, so that's what I love about my show. Just
Yeah.
look at all the interest that it sparked now. Just
Mhm.
like I had to get that in first because everybody.
Because
I
it's
have an Olympian
yeah,
on my show. Take
yes,
your bow.
yeah,
Take your bow.
yeah.
I am Olympian. Okay, we going, sis. We going. Come on, Adrian. We going. You know I got to come
Yes, it's a
to
complete
Mississippi.
experience. Like it's a week long, but it's the best week of your life.
Oh wow,
Yes,
wow.
love it.
And you know what I see? Like after everybody has thought of what you've gone through, you think that all hope is lost. And then you get to go there. You are full of life. You're grateful. You want to honor your donor and you are giving your all. That's just what I see.
Yes,
Adjust the crown. Yes, yes.
yes.
Adjust the crown. Yes. I'm so happy. Come on, Shantae. I'm just saying we got to get y'all together. What
All
you
right, you did the 2018 a one ago. Come on, and cornhole. Come on.
Shantae? Shantae, we ain't talk about that since we got to do part two. Now I got to do a show with the Olympians.
Come
Come
on.
on, come on, come on, come on. Oh
Oh
man, I
yeah.
love this. I love this. I
Mhm.
think that is a fantastic thing. Um, with me being a high school teacher, my classroom themes has always been the Olympics,
Mhm.
and just letting them know. So they were like reading through the Olympics. There were so many books they needed to read. There's so many vocabularies they needed to learn. The vocabulary words, increasing their lexicon was
Mhm.
always big for me. Increasing their lexile was always
Mhm.
big for me because I'm like, babies, y'all have to read.
Oh
So
yeah.
um, that was something that I don't know what I'm gonna do this year, even though the Olympics will be here next month. I
I
I
can
might still
wait.
have to go with the theme because it's so well, it's essential. It's important for them just to be able to just kind of do all those things. But I think of something, Shantae. I didn't even know, girl. I didn't know you won that gold medal there. Ah, I'm so glad. Two Olympians on my shirt.
You know, 2 gold medalists. Look at
Two
you.
gold.
You getting up
Girl,
there.
y'all had to send me a signed autograph. Shantae, Renee, you got to send me a signed autograph. I think that is so wonderful. And when is it going to be in 2022?
Yeah, it's going to be in San Diego, Cali.
Emmett, we coming to you, baby. We coming. We coming to California, Emmett. We gonna see you. And let's get on with this. We done got
We
all our travel
would have got comfortable already. I like to do
already.
it.
So just to know that you were told at a very young age, and I always stress to my viewers how important it is to know family history, right? So this is something that didn't necessarily blindside you
Mhm.
because this was hereditary,
Right.
correct?
Mhm.
So give us a little bit of that story in your younger years. Because I know you said you went when you were 26. I know people honestly don't believe you're your age.
Yeah, I'm 31.
Right. Right.
Right. So it all started when I was born. So I was a preemie. I was
Okay.
birthed at 24 weeks,
Mm,
and I was diagnosed with kidney disease at the age of 3.
okay.
And like you said, it was hereditary from my mom through nephritis,
Okay.
and they was able to suppress it or watch it as it grew, and I was able to stay off. Well, I didn't have to go on dialysis until 13. So it was
Okay.
like a few weeks before I turned 14. So of course, in the book, I named that chapter "The Call That Changed It All."
Hmm.
And the
Okay.
reason I say that is because it literally changed it all. Because from 3 to 13, I lived my life as a normal kid.
Okay.
Like, even though I had my mom there who went through dialysis and she coached me, I call her like my coach. She coached me on what's going to happen, what you're going to feel, all of that stuff. Because for me, I don't like surprises
Okay.
at all. Whether it's a surprise birthday party, surprise pop up,
Okay.
I need to know what's ahead. Because look,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
play that.
Okay.
You
Okay.
pop up at my house, you can see my car outside all you want. You didn't call me, let me know you was coming. No, you can't come over here. You don't know who I got in here. You don't know what's going on. Look,
Okay.
but
Okay.
anyway.
Okay. No to the surprises, y'all. Don't
Right.
surprise him.
I don't like that. Don't like
Okay.
surprises at all.
Okay.
But yeah, she was how my mother raised me. My mother was is one of those short little it's 5'3", strong, independent black women that's very blunt and very like concrete. This
Okay.
what we're gonna do, this why we gonna do it, and you gonna go. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
That's it.
So with her, she used to always tell me, like I said, she what I really love about her is she gave me the opportunity to feel.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is she knew when it was going to come to kidney disease, I was going to go through some pain. And she was very upfront with me. She was like, okay, look, when you go through this, you're going to hurt. You're
Okay.
going to cramp. You're not going to feel like being there. But look, if you need to go cry, go have your little tantrum, go do what you need to do. But once you finish, you come on back because we got to keep going.
Mm.
But the thing, and that was one of those life lessons that stick with me because in life we go through a lot of stuff. But the thing is, allow yourself to feel. Because my thing is, and for me in relationships, I'm bad in relationships. I'm working on that. But for me in relationships, it's just those things where you go through heartbreak, when you go through breakups and everything, and we don't allow ourselves to feel the pain from the breakup, we try to cope real quick or find somebody else to kind of cover up the pain. And the
Right.
same with kidney disease. We try to find something to cope or to suppress the pain. No, allow yourself to feel. You
Mhm.
hurt. Feel
Mhm.
it. But the
Mhm.
thing is, don't sit in it too long. Because when you sit in it too long, you allow yourself to down spiral into depression. And I've been there.
Right.
So bad that I've been through suicide twice. And it gets real.
Wow.
It gets real because it got to a point where I just felt like this is too much. I
Can
can't
I
take
ask
this. Uh-huh.
how old were you when you
The
had
first
that
time, so it happened
depression?
twice.
And how old were you? Can you
hmm
hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
How,
So the first
how
time I was 13. No, I was 14.
it was 14.
Yeah,
And you thought about suicide at 14.
yeah. Because that's when, like I would say, the first week of dialysis, it was fine because my mother, like, she gave me the root of what was gonna happen, what to expect, and all of that. But
Mm-hmm.
it didn't hit me until I want to say that third week, because the hardest thing for me was to adjust to dialysis because it is a huge adjustment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all a mental thing. Because again, I'm a high schooler, 13. Imagine what you're doing at 13. You was not thinking about anything medical, especially not being in no hospital on dialysis. And to have
Yeah.
to deal with dialysis and after treatment go to school was tough.
Wait. So you are just entering high school. What time did your high school start? Because I would start at 7. So
Yeah, 7.
so
I
you
would
would
come
go.
right before. It was like either right at lunch at noon or
Okay.
probably a little bit before, probably like 11 something. But it'd be right there
Okay.
at lunch.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay,
yeah.
so let's talk high school,
Okay.
right? Because I've been teaching high school for a while, and you know, them children,
That could be a bit
the
cruel.
disrespect,
Oh
the
yeah.
disrespect of normal life stuff.
Mhm.
So to be able to explain to first of all, uh, ninth graders disrespectful. I'm just
Right.
tell y'all right now, and ninth graders don't even belong in high school. I wish they change it back because they're not ready.
I
It
ain't
should only be
ready.
10, 11, 12. They are not ready for high school for real, for real. And I'm just saying, as a teacher, they shouldn't be there because they
Mhm.
really do get preyed upon. But then they like little guppies and they
Yeah.
just try to be everywhere around a school. So they don't know their place. They really don't. So I can't imagine. And as a teacher, I would have been like trying to protect you, you
Right.
know?
It was
So
tough because
wow.
this was like it was like close to the end of ninth grade because it was February. The semester ended in like May, June.
Right.
So I had already started like that past August,
Okay.
and everything was fine.
What?
No problems, nothing.
Okay.
And before I went on dialysis, I wasn't sick. I wasn't having no type of crazy nothing. They just
Okay.
said he got to go on dialysis now. And
Wow.
that instant where when everything just changed. And
So
mhm,
how many siblings do you have?
it's 6 of us.
Oh,
Right. And I'm the oldest.
so and are you the only one? Because
Mhm,
now with the
yeah.
medical history, out of 6, you're the
Yeah.
only
I'm
one
the
that.
only one. The first one, first child, and the only child that had kidney disease. Lucky me.
But wait now, is there anything down the line that perhaps they should be
Right.
aware
So
of, or
they would basically have like the trait.
the tra-
Right. So there's having the trait and then having it fully.
what?
So right. So my mom and my dad had the trait. So of course with them two together gave it to me fully.
You got the luck of the draw, the first one.
Mm, yes. The first one. Thank you, parent.
So
Jeez.
so how did your siblings then treat you? Did they
See,
treat you any different, or were they just
the thing is, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it because it's true.
okay?
Papa was one of them Rolling Stones.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay,
having different baby mamas and I, yeah, yeah.
okay,
So with my mom, I'm the only one from my mom, but my
okay,
mother did have another child by another man. So it was just me and my brother.
okay,
So but all of us collected is six, three boys and three girls. With my dad, he had five of us. And
okay,
my other brother with my mom is with somebody else.
okay.
So I'm in the house with my other brother, and
Mhm.
he's 4 years younger than me, and we were close and everything, but he didn't. It wasn't nothing really different or nothing that. I mean, he had questions, and he always was like, "You okay?" All of that stuff, but it was cool. It wasn't nothing that was like out the blue, but I know by default, all of them are very protective of me, just how I
Okay,
am with them.
okay,
So
okay.
that's how we are.
Yeah, yeah. So I know I will always be, as the mom, wondering if that will, eventually go to your brother. But it
Right.
sounds like I know I have some friends that have sickle cell,
Yeah. Yep. That's what
and
I had.
they could possibly have the trait because I've had some students, to have sickle cell and they'll be out and miss some days or what have you. So I do know that is.
That's exactly what I had.
I think this is the first time that I've heard that there's a trait for kidney, kidney disease. This is the first
That's no,
time
it was sickle cell that I have. Yeah.
you have sickle cell.
Yeah. Right. And imagine telling a 13-year-old that. Too much, right? So
Wow.
it was like everything just piled upon him. And it was so crazy. I felt like I was literally cursed because I was like, what did I do to deserve this? All of my other siblings are fine. Why am I getting all of this attack? And that's kind of what led up to the suicide because it was just too much.
I,
Because I was trying to learn all of these big terms for medical stuff
right.
and trying to keep up with my friends, keep up with schoolwork, not get behind, worrying
Okay.
about having mood swings, everything. It was
Woo.
a
Listen, we got a lot of questions. Mr. Cedric has a lot of questions. I'm gonna make sure that we hit these questions. They right here. We're gonna, and I'm pretty sure because this is some of the things that he does say it. So we're gonna hit those. But I didn't know anything about the sickle cell. So
Mhm.
that wow, and I've seen my neighbors go through sickle cell. And those of you that don't understand what sickle cell trait is, could you explain?
Now that much, I'm not educated a lot on that because
Okay.
my mama she's like, well, it's you have the sickle cell trait, but I've
Okay.
seen a lot of cases of sickle cell it was a lot worse than mine,
Okay.
and
Okay.
so the kidney disease, on top of that, it was more so of the kidney disease, which is what I was mainly focused on, or what they focused on for me while I was in the hospital.
Okay. Okay. So you haven't necessarily had a flare up with sickle cell
Mhm.
per se. Oh well, God bless.
Right. So
Because I
mine
know.
is very minor. So
Woo,
I don't really have all of the stuff that a lot of people who have it full blown with sickle cell or just have the trait. So
mhm.
I got lucky on that part.
Okay. Praise God. We're gonna
Right.
praise
But
God
it
for that.
did one of the side effects I did have was hearing impaired. So I do wear hearing aids and all of that
Okay.
stuff as well. And
Okay.
glasses like my eyes be toe up. But
Baby, you talking to the choir. Glasses on now. Contacts in, but putting
okay.
glasses on. That's what. So, just to kind of catch everybody up,
Mhm.
your day when it was time for you to go to have your transplant.
Okay.
I don't know if the audience heard you. Uh, hey, Jared. I
Jerry.
don't know if the audience heard you. We're gonna back it up. He was 13,
Mhm.
and when did you finally have your transplant? Tell me about that date, and then tell us who
Yes.
who
So
who is your donor.
Yes. So I started transplant. Well, no, I started dialysis at 13. And it was like a couple weeks before I turned 14. And I was on dialysis for 18 months, which I'm very lucky because I've seen people who's been on 10 to 20 plus years. I
Right.
cannot imagine being under that long. But so I was on for 18 months and got my transplant July 15th, 2005. So this year is coming up on 16 years post
Oh,
transplant.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, yeah. So and I had a living donor, my biological father. So he was my donor, and we literally look almost like identical twins at the age that I'm at. Not at him now,
Okay.
because I'm
Right.
like I look better than you. Because people he
Oh, okay.
looks just like your dad. No, 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 no. He look like me. He look
Uh, but he the daddy.
like me.
He the daddy though, so you look like him.
I was like, as long as I don't look like him now, I'm like, look, you need to go get that track player because that stomach, we lay off some of the bills.
Oh,
But
okay. I got you. I got you. So dad came through,
right, came through in a clutch.
but if he had how was he able to be your donor if both your mom and your dad
Had the
had the
track.
kidney disease?
Well, see, no, my dad didn't have kidney disease. My mom
Okay.
had kidney disease, but
Okay.
both of them carried the trait.
Okay.
Right. So my mom
Oh,
had it, and nobody else in my family has it outside of me and my mom.
okay.
So it was just her, and she don't even know where she got it from. But it just surprise. And I got it from her. Well, both of their traits connected to create one for one, and that's how I just have a trait of sickle cell, and I had to forethink of kidney disease.
Okay. Now, okay. Hopefully the audience
Right,
understands.
because
Right.
it's a mess.
It's a
But
mess.
the day of transplant, it was like a whole celebration. I couldn't sleep because I was too excited, and it's been a long journey because at this point I bypassed the second time I tried to commit suicide, and that was a rough point in my life as well. But it's the fact of understanding my purpose and accepting the fact that God has was using me to be a testimony for somebody else. Once I got that, then it made sense. But
It,
I would say I would even go back and say I went to this camp while I was on dialysis. They had this camp called Camp Okawina. I,
Okawina.
Oka, it's an ugly name, and it's spelled just how it's said. Okawina is like Okawhena or something like yeah. It was weird, but it was a kidney camp, and
Okay.
I've never been to or seen or heard of a kidney camp before. So I
Okay.
didn't go the first time the people in the dialysis unit. I was at La Bonner. So they didn't they was telling me about it, but I didn't know them like that. And I'm like, I don't know y'all. I'm an introvert. I like to stay to myself. I don't know y'all like that. And I didn't go the first time. So I went the second time. But when I went, it was a life-changing because the thing is representation is everything. I
Right.
can't stress that enough. Because the
Right.
biggest thing, and we talked a couple of days ago, the thing with me is I don't, for me as a 13-year-old, and I say this every time, I didn't have nobody to look up to. And my thing was, I promised myself that when my time come, I will be that person.
Okay.
And during that time, I had made a promise with God. I said, okay, God, look. And I was talking to him like one of my friends, like, okay, look, player, I got to holler at you. But look, this right here, this doing too much. Let's make a deal or something. Because I was
Mm.
trying to get my grandma to tell me some special prayer or some kumbaya stuff that I can do to help this. Because she being stingy with the jewels. So I just had to do a quick deal. I said, okay, look.
Okay. Okay.
And
You
I
called
said,
them
okay.
yourself.
Yes, I had to call him. Like I
Okay.
said, you call him when you need him. He gonna pick up. Okay,
Okay.
I'm so glad he was by that phone that day.
Oh,
Because who I needed to talk. So I was like, okay, look.
okay.
I
Okay.
said, Lord, if
Lord.
you get me through this,
Come on.
I promise you, pinky
Uh-huh.
promise,
Okay.
that I would do everything in my power to
Uh-huh.
help somebody else.
Come on.
Not
Okay.
even 6 months after, no, not even 2 months after that prayer, I got the transplant.
Won't he do it?
I said, okay, so this thing worked when you
This
call. I'm gonna have to use this number again.
okay, okay.
So the
Oh my
thing was,
goodness.
it was amazing, and like the
Um,
day of the, like I said, the day of the transplant was
mhm.
like a celebration, and
Wow.
we was waiting. Of course, they had to get my dad kidney out first before they brought it over to Le Bonheur, and we was just all over the place. And I was like, okay, so what do I need to do? What do I need to do? So just chill out, calm down, eat your stuff. Well, no, they didn't let me eat because, of course, I had to do surgery. And once I did the surgery and everything, came back because I was. They said it was record timing for me being in ICU. I wasn't even in there an hour.
What?
So right. So it was crazy. Like soon as I got the transplant and came back to the room, my mama, my mama was there. She
Okay.
wanted to see. So she wanted to see. So I had staples.
Yeah.
And she wanted to see the cut. And in the book I joke about it. She was like, let me see. I'm like, that's what did I call it? Indecent exposure. I said, you trying to see my goods. You can't be doing it. You gotta let me know if you want to see this. She was like, boy, move. I'm your mom. I done seen
Okay.
all of this.
She created all of that,
Right.
honey. God.
But we
Oh
joke
my
all
goodness.
the time. And
Oh my goodness.
after that, she kind of boosted me to, okay, you got to get up and walk. And of course, I didn't want to walk because I was tired. I was still in the pain. She was like, no, we got to walk. You want to go home, right? So you got to
Uh-huh.
get up and walk. So I be walking. And then about the second day there, I noticed my face had cleared up. I was like, oh, clean and clear and under control. Look at God. It's because I had breakouts everywhere. And it was
Okay.
like I have sensitive skin, and I can just be on the desk and touch my face before an hour or two pass, a bump will be there.
Okay.
Ugh. But to
Let me
see
see.
that, I was like, I just got my braces off too. I thought, oh, baby,
Oh,
it's
we
time
cute.
for some photo shoots now. Because I wasn't taking nobody pictures. Now, if you follow me on social media, all you see is me with some selfies everywhere, everywhere.
Wow. Wow.
So it was great, great.
Wow. So how long did you stay in the hospital?
I was in the
Was your
hospital.
and
Huh?
were your dad were you and your dad like in the same room or
No, he was at Methodist because I was at a children's hospital,
okay.
Lavon, and he was
Okay.
at Methodist that was like literally across the street.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh wow.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, so he
Okay.
was there. I want to say he was. I think he was in the hospital about 2 to 3 days,
Okay.
and for me, I think I was there about a week,
A week.
between
Okay.
4 to 7 days. I was there
Okay.
because they wanted to
Okay.
make sure everything was fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, people got some questions, honey. I mean, let me shout out my parents. Hey, mom and dad, Gwendolyn and
Hey,
Major
hey,
Rollins. Hi,
all
y'all. Mary
right,
Gwendolyn. So, like, people have been asking questions.
all right.
But, like, here's one. I'm going to go to SEDS as well. It said, did your peers treat you differently in school? And what did you feel? Did you feel ashamed while in school?
So yes, my peers did treat me differently because remember in the beginning of ninth grade, nothing was wrong. I
Right.
was the one that was active. So me and my boys was always hanging out. We was either playing basketball, playing kickball, or just playing around, being teenagers.
All right.
And when the kidney thing happened, all of that stopped. It's like I did a complete 180. Like I'm always tired. I have mood swings. I don't want to be around nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Having to deal with dialysis and then go to school right after dialysis. I don't think that was a good idea, but
Right.
they made me go. And after, I want to say, even after a month, because I was failing, like I couldn't survive because I
Okay.
was getting so far behind. I couldn't focus because I was either
Right.
nauseated, I was either sick or tired, and I
Okay.
can't focus. So
Mhm.
after a month, after I was trying to, after I would say a month within dialysis, they decided to, for the rest of the ninth grade and all of 10th grade, I was
Okay.
homeschooled. So I was
Yeah.
happy with that because I was past for them summer school. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, we just keep this because this is a lot easier.
Right.
But to answer the question, yes, my peers treated me differently because they didn't like the fact that I've changed. I wasn't coming around, and they
Mhm.
was thinking I was acting funny.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
second part of your question, was I ashamed? Very much so, because the
Mm.
person you see today was not that person then at all.
Mhm.
I was
Wow.
I was an introvert. I was very shy. I was very soft spoken, and I don't like conflict. I don't like none of that stuff. So I stayed to myself. I dealt with stuff by myself. I'm an introvert, so I live in my head,
Okay.
and yeah. So I was very much ashamed because nobody understood what I was going through outside of my mother, and what 13-year-old want to always be with their mother.
Right.
So I didn't have nobody. Like I said, I didn't have nobody to look up to. So I had to just figure it out.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And so the other one was, what advice would you give a teenager entering high school with the complications you experience? So let me just say one as a teacher. I know some parents will really try to, say, go to school, tough it out, do it. But, if adults are having, the difficulties with the dialysis and, some of the
Especially after
after
treatment.
treatment, right, problems, I would strongly suggest that parents put them on, the home hospital homebound is what it's called here.
Okay.
I would strongly suggest that because we know we want them to have a full round experience, but their health,
Right. It takes a
it's so
lot of
very
pressure off.
more important.
Yeah.
I would say that. I definitely would say that. Now, but some kids might say, no, I could go, I could do it, because we
I
have
was
some.
low.
Yeah, I had some guests that were like, "Oh, I went to dialysis. I went right to work." What? How'd you do it? But
Right. Some people can do it depending on the type of activities you have at work. But
right,
at school, this was high school. So of course there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of walking up and down steps all day. And
okay,
how my high school was set up, it was like different, just like a college campus, like different buildings. But it's not in one big building, it's in
hmm,
different buildings around the school. So it was a lot of walking. And I
wow,
don't want to do all that walking. But
wow,
the advice, the advice I would give a teenager who is going through this, um, one day at a time. Take it one day at a time because it's a lot to dissect at once. So educate yourself on your condition. Figure out what works best for you. Now, of course, you work with your doctors and your parents, and you be honest and open with them. Don't try to man up or woman up. Be like, I'm tough. I can do this. Yes, we all can do that. But when that reality hit and that sickness or that mood swing or that nauseous feeling hit you, you know how it feels when you just gotta throw up. Imagine having that feeling after almost every treatment, and we get that 3 days a week for at least 3 hours a day. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I would say just take it one day at a time. Don't don't try to force yourself to be better. Just ease into the thing. Cause for me, I try to, I'm all right, I can do this. I'm a big boy. I'm in high school. Yeah, that didn't last too long before I crashed. And then next thing you know, I have to be on bed rest or have to sleep in or I have to take pills to, concentrate my headache or we on a strict diet. And if the diet is so retarded that you might as well eat the paper bag. But it's a lot.
right.
It's a lot.
That's a lot to adjust to Especially I hear my kids complain about the school lunch all the time. So you would need to bring your own lunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, like it's a lot of stuff that we can't eat. Not even that. I learned that it is water in food, like
Oh,
fluid in food. And I
yeah.
was because well, a big thing on dialysis is you have to watch your fluid.
Your
And
fluid
for
intake.
me, yes. So
Yes.
I love watermelon. And baby, look, you see how slender my face is, right?
Uh-huh.
It was one weekend I was at old grandma's house and we were sitting on the front porch
Uh,
eating that watermelon, pick the seeds out, to sprinkle a little salt up on that thing. And I went to dialysis the next day and I was like a
you did
blowfish.
water and salt, sir.
I was bad. I was a 13-year-old.
And water and
I,
salt.
yes.
Yeah, Lamont. Yes, Mr. Reed. Yes, like
it
you sound like my late husband. Look, watermelon,
yes.
pineapples, strawberries, ice cream. You all of those things
All of
had that
that.
water in it. And for the life of me, I was trying to figure out. Oh, excuse me. How do I measure that? Like how do I
Right.
measure? How do I measure that? So that's very very interesting.
It was crazy because they used to always get on me about you having too much fluid. I was like, I barely drank in that water. What you talking
Mm.
about? Like we
Including
weren't even
rice,
eating.
right? Including the rice, like you.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
It,
That's a lot for a teenager
yes. And you know,
to
as teenagers,
endure.
we like to eat any and everything that was unhealthy.
Wow,
And
exactly. You know
it
how many of
was
my students eat Cheetos, Doritos, those
yes.
hot fries, Funyuns in the morning?
Yes.
And I mean 7 o'clock in the
Yes.
morning, and none of them are on dialysis. So listen, everybody that has had a kidney transplant is saying yes. Um, it's really difficult to watch the fluid intake, and well, you can't eat watermelon without. Mr. Reynaldo, you are not supposed to put salt on that watermelon. I know it tastes good,
It's so
but you
good.
are not supposed to put salt on that watermelon, sir. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't you can't be
I
doing no
used to do
talk.
that. I used to do that, but I just can somebody send me a watermelon? I promise you, I can't find a good watermelon here in Jacksonville to save my life. I just can't do it. I'm trying. Everyone I go get, I thump it. I
Right.
listen to it. I can't pick a watermelon. I don't know. So
Uh,
maybe my
I
daddy
wasn't
needs
good
to
at that
come.
either.
And let me tell you, I'm from Miami, so mangoes have the fluid in it as well.
Mhm.
So listen, I find it disrespectful. I have to pay $5 for a mango when I grew up with a mango tree. So the fact that I got to pay for a mango, I'm upset. I am
Uh-huh.
upset.
Like I could have just
Okay.
went to the backyard and got one and washed it
Yeah.
off real good.
Exactly. So now my people in Miami, can y'all just send me a care package of mangoes and a good watermelon? I greatly appreciate it. Please, that's my
Yes.
shout out to Miami. All right, if y'all could just do that, I'll greatly appreciate it. So
Yes.
listen, this show went very different. I think we really dug in, to a lot, of information, especially from a kid's
Yeah.
point of view, because now we can take your age and switch the numbers. You're no longer 13, you're
Mhm.
31. Like I said, you're Benjamin
Right.
Button.
Yeah, I love
You're
that.
definitely Benjamin Button. And so at 31, when you look back over your life,
Hmm. Oh, that's a gospel song.
come on, don't make me sing. Don't make
I
me
would tell
sing.
this flow up.
Okay. Come on. And we want to again get the book info because especially from looking at it from when you were a teenager into how many people that you can help now, um, to know what to do, especially for any parent that
Yeah.
might be struggling with that's my baby. I didn't endure it, but this person has, and what a blessing you are to other people. You're like Shantae and Tamara.
Uh,
They were both mentors, and I think that is such a unique program to have there in Georgia for them to be able to have someone that is experienced, but you had your mom,
Yeah.
and God bless your mom. The 21 years now that your mom has gotten her transplant.
Mhm.
So, in August when I do my marathon, I'm gonna need you and your mama, your telethon, your mama, your daddy, and you. So we gonna get them camera ready so
I
that they
know.
can do it, because I think a lot of us as African Americans are in denial of what can be passed down to our children.
We don't want to educate ourselves about our health, period. Because I
Exactly.
mean, one thing that runs in the culture is high blood
Hmm.
pressure and hypertension.
Right. Right.
That's
Right.
almost by default.
Right.
So it's
Exactly.
like we don't necessarily understand what the food is doing. We just think, oh, it's good. Throw some sugar on there. Throw some salt on there. Not understanding what that
What
is
it's
doing
doing.
to your body.
Right. And
And they
I've
look at
I've
you crazy at
watched
the reunion.
right. I've watched the news that says there are certain, restaurants or even fast food chains that targets African
Of
Americans and
course.
Hispanics. And this is what leads to the high blood pressure and diabetes and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
If your children are in the house and it's summertime, y'all need to get them little boogers out the house. They need to go learn
Okay.
how to swim, especially if you're in Florida. Go learn how to swim. And hold on, let me get my disclaimer. As a teacher, pick up a book, okay?
Please, please.
And then speaking of book, give us the info of your book again.
Yes, so it's called Becoming a Living Testimony. And
Okay.
that's how you spell my name. Well, it's right there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's his
you
name.
can you can find it everywhere. You can find it online at Amazon, Barnes and Noble. You can either find it at Target, Walmart, Books a Million. There's a lot of places you can find it. Or you can even message me personally on Facebook and let me know that you want a book, and we'll do the exchange of the payment, and I will send it to you, and I will sign it. This one ain't signed, but I will sign it as well. So yeah, we can do it like that.
Listen, listen, and I, I want to be able to say we can put it in the chat so everybody can see what the name of it is afterwards,
Mhm.
so that and we kind of pin it there so that everyone can kind of see. I want to tell you, and Ronaldo, I seriously, he said he applauds your tenacity and your courage, brother. All right, you definitely live a testimony. Everyone that's been on my show are walking, living
Yes,
testimony.
and
All right.
that's one of the things that I love to, and this is what helped me learn to be true into who I am with the
Mhm.
book of Becoming a Living Testimony. I'd say becoming
Mm.
because I didn't believe that I was. So
Wow.
with this, I literally take you, and this when I was at the camp. That's that picture. I was on down at the camp,
Oh,
baby,
okay.
autumn legs. But
Okay.
it's literally like words from my diary or my journal. I'm
Okay.
writing how I'm feeling. Today, I'm
Okay.
not this, not today. I don't feel like
Okay.
going through it, going into dialysis for the first time, all of that. But
Okay.
I did all of that because I'm at a point now where I want to be that person I wish I had when I was 13. Because I didn't, like I said, I didn't see nobody that looked like me. I always
Mhm.
saw just white people. And
Okay.
it always blew my mind because every dialysis unit I go in, it's all black people. But when
Okay.
I see the people on the news who represent dialysis or talking about dialysis, it's all white people.
Mm.
I'm like, I
Mm.
can't relate to that. And they was
Right.
not young, they were all older. So I'm like, there is nobody that looked like me. So I
Wow.
wanted to take myself and put myself into that position where I can go into hospitals and talk with patients or talk with children to show them that you too can get through this and you too can be successful with whatever career you want to go through.
Mm.
Because the thing is, you have to believe in yourself. Then you have to want it.
Wow.
You have to want it. Like nobody is gonna give you a pity party You can miss me with that because there's no reason for you to have any excuse on why you can't be successful. You can't come at me with the real tape. I'll be on kidney transplant. Well, I'll be on dialysis all this time, then I'll be tired. Look, you go to dialysis 3 days a week. Last
Mhm.
time I checked, it was 7 days in a week.
Mhm.
So what you doing with them other days?
Right. Wow.
There's no time to make an excuse. Like
Okay.
I
Well,
I have a master's, baby. There's no reason. No
yeah.
reason.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, he did all that, and he did neglect that he completed his studies and received a master's degree
Yeah.
into some of the things that he's doing. Hey, my brother Horace, and hey, Miss Berna. We definitely have to do a part two because we have to talk about the mental part of this
Yeah.
because suicide in children
Woo!
is heavy,
Yeah.
and it is widening, like the number of children that have thought about committing suicide. As a teacher, I am telling you, when I see that, I immediately first I have to do the proper protocol, which is, let our guidance counselors know, and then, it's everything. And it's not like as teachers, we're trying to say, well, you're a bad parent. No, this
Hmm.
is what we're seeing. And I mean, through all, I've been teaching since 1997, and the
Hmm.
number of times I've heard a child say, suicide, and it had nothing to do with a sickness or illness or anything like that. They just didn't like them. So yeah, we have to do a part two
Woo.
because
That's gonna be a whole conversation
uh,
by itself. When I
but
tell you,
let me do this, and I'm telling you because my brother Emmett is on here,
all
and
right.
and brother Ray and Tony. Like, I would definitely love to invite you to the group because we do talk about it.
Mhm.
I know you. I know you stay booked. Okay.
I will make time for you.
Okay. Yeah. So I promise you, Emmett and Ray and Tony, I think he would be very, especially from 13 to now he's 31. I think he'll be a huge asset to the group and be able to talk to people because I could not imagine at 13 having to say, God, like, are you punishing me? That's that, and I promise you, it's not just with dialysis. Everything that I've been through. Yeah, look at God. Come, we need to converse. There's a
Okay, we need to
problem
talk
here.
now.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah.
right. We have to talk, and I promise you, after all I've been through, especially this last time, yes, we would love to have him. Yes. Okay, so great. So I think, I had to shout, pray, cry, pray,
Yeah.
pray twice a day, every day, just to make sure that I could, get to where I am. So, ooh,
Come on, man.
Horace,
Ah, all right. Look, y'all trying to take me out.
I think I need to change to 8 o'clock because I come on 7. I don't see all y'all. I think I might need to switch my time to 8 o'clock because everybody see. Yes, let's get them in. Exactly right. I promise you
Yes, I'm
that this will
really.
be a huge. We have gone way over. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry because I try not to go way over, but I just wanted to make sure. And this was such a perfect question from said. Um, no, not that one. Sorry. With you, hold on. People still leaving comments. Sorry, I came part of late. Oh no, you good. You good, bro. So if you had to encourage, let me see, Cedric, what is it? Damn it. All right. So his question was, so that we can end the show. What would you, for like a family that is on the fence, if you can encourage families on becoming an organ donor, what advice would you give them?
Ooh.
I mean, because you
That's
never really was on like the transplant
right.
list
I don't
per
believe I was
se.
on the transplant list or done anything to, advocate for me to get a transplant because I think their first suggestion was to go through and see who was is closest to me and who will match and who were willing to, give the kidney. And I think my dad was either one of the first or the first person
Okay.
that they reached out to.
So you didn't have to go. down the chain of command with your
Right.
brother, everybody
Right.
like that.
hmm
Wow.
Right. So it was an easy, easy thing. But if I was to give somebody advice who are on the fence,
Or how would you encourage them to, why we need more organ donors?
imagine if this was your child
Mm-hmm.
and they're at a position where if they don't get an organ, they will die. Like an organ would save their life. It would enhance their life to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want somebody to do that for your child? Like
Mm-hmm.
if your child needed a kidney, wouldn't you want people to be donors that will help your child have a better opportunity to be in that number to getting that organ?
Mm.
Or just sit and imagine if you was in a position where your child can't get an organ. How would you explain that
Right.
you can't help them? Like there's no they don't have nothing for you.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
it's a lot of organ donors, but it's not enough.
Right.
And a lot of people be on the waiting list 5 to 10 years just
Mm-hmm.
waiting. And that's something that is just unimaginable to me. So I encourage everyone to be an organ donor. And the reason I say that is because we have people who are in the field where they have to go and talk to the parents or the family after someone had passed to kind of encourage them to donate their organs. That's
Mm-hmm.
a rough time to be going through something like that. You've already lost your sibling or lost your child or family member, and now they want to get their organs too. That's a
Right.
lot.
Right.
So if you go ahead and register and have that heart on your driver's license, if something unfortunate was to happen to you, they already know you've made the decision that you are going to give your organs to help promote the extension of somebody else's life. Even though I'm a kidney transplant patient, I have my heart
Right.
on mine because if you take
Oh,
everything, don't take
right.
my eyes and my hair follicles, because that ain't gonna do you no good.
Oh,
But
right.
everything else, you can have what you need some skin grafts, you need these lungs, you need whatever you take it because I'm not gonna use them no more.
Right.
Take them. And the
And they
thing
can't
is,
regrow in the ground.
but
They
the thing,
cannot regrow.
right? One thing I heard, and my brother who was with my mom, he had passed, and we donated his organs.
Oh.
The great thing about organ donation is the fact that you get to extend your child's life. Even though they're not with you, your child helps someone else.
Right.
What better way to have a legacy for your child? You help somebody else. And one organ could help up to what, 8 people?
Right. Save 7, 8 lives. And depending on, you go ahead and go 75 if they taking the skin.
Exactly. Tissues and every
Yes.
why not? Be a
Right.
blessing for somebody.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you, because we have gone way over, but this show
I'm sorry.
this
We
should
can
be
talk.
us. This is us in red. I don't know. Maybe it has
Yeah,
something to
it's
do
the
with the
red.
red.
The red.
I don't know. But I am telling you, just love yes horse, boom. And he
It's
said,
real
and it
life.
will not prevent having a you're right, it will not prevent from having an open casket.
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, okay. Okay, listen, I thought about taking off in the month of July. But I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna have to take off in August when school get ready to start back or something because I have to have him back on the show. And yes, we're putting him in the group. And I appreciate you so
Thank you
much. Like,
for having me.
so I knew it was a reason I was waiting. That God had me waiting,
And
waiting,
see,
and
we
waiting.
barely just touched the surface. We ain't got into the mentor part.
I
Thank you.
know. So we gotta have part two. We gotta have part two. So I'm gonna book you as soon as I say goodbye to them. We're gonna look at the calendar
Okay.
so that we can get this going. Again, y'all, thank you all for watching Transparent Talk with Nashawn tonight. If y'all telling me all y'all gonna be on here, I'm gonna change to 8 o'clock because all y'all was on here. So I might have to
Give
I might
them the
have
chance
to
to get to
change
the
to
house.
8 o'clock because this was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Thank you, guest, for just being you.
Thank you.
And you know, he's a fellow thespian, and
Yeah.
so you know we might have to do something together. What she said, I was okay. I was told my wait would be 5 to 10 years. All right. Please register. Is that y'all know Miss Vernal? All right. Yes, the
Mm-hmm.
art. There's an art. Yes, there's an art. Hello, Horace.
Come on.
Uh,
Come on. Uh-uh.
that's my brother. That's my brother from another mother and another
What I
mister.
tell y'all.
All right. Come, I am art. Come on. This is branding. This is branding. All right. This is branding. I absolutely love you, sir. I love you. I love your tenacity, your resilient, everything. We didn't even get in the acting part and you just having a show. Part two. Listen, y'all, stay tuned for part two because it's coming. It is
Yeah.
coming because we couldn't even feel everything. And let me get back. Emmett and Ray, don't y'all put no salt on that watermelon. Don't do it. And parents, very soon, y'all need to go ahead and send me some mangoes because I'm so serious about the mangoes. And my parents thought you did a great job, your vivid
Thank you
language.
so
And
much. Be
yeah,
sure
thank
to
you.
follow me on social media.
Right.
ARTavius
Follow him.
Veasey,
That's his
on
name.
Instagram, Facebook, or you can
Right.
for Facebook you can do Tavies. That's my personal one.
Right.
Excuse me. So yeah, follow me
But
on there.
follow
We
his
can chat.
name. He's a public figure on Facebook, and this is his name. And then we'll definitely get that. So guys, listen. Until next time. All right. Until next time, I'm gonna have a special show. I'm not gonna give it to him yet. It's
All
gonna be
right.
a special show, and I appreciate everyone for watching. I really, really do. Become an organ donor. Subscribe. Registerme.org or donatelife.org. And until next week, guys. Become an organ donor. Love
Yeah.
somebody. Tell somebody. Share this broadcast. Please share this broadcast with everybody. And I love you and I mean it and you can't do anything about it. God
Yeah.
bless you all. Good night.
Bye.